Hi, in this series of videos I want to show you how to make this beautiful summer blouse. When I made my hairpin lace summer blouse, the green one, I had a few petitions and I had to make one by all done a crochet, and this is the design that I came up with. I hope you guys like it and give it a try. It's very easy to make. I had to divide the video in 3 parts, that way I can explain with lots of detail how we're gonna make it. And because I'm explaining how to make this top in different sizes, small, medium, large, and extra large, and that takes time. That way I can please all my audience size. Now I'm going to show you how to do the back of the blouse. That way you see what it looks like. And when I'm recording the video, I have mentioned that I'm dividing the video maybe in 2 parts, but really it's a 3-part video. Don't get intimidated for the size of the video, is because I explain with a lot of detail. That way even a beginner can make this top. Okay, let's give you the list of material you're gonna need to make this blouse. Well, here is the back. It's exactly the same as the front. Like I said, it's very easy top to make. This one, for me, the straps are a little bit long. That's why this is a little lower. They fit me perfectly, no problem. I can wear this top. The strap don't gonna be falling off or anything. I just want this a little higher, and this under the arm a little higher too. And by doing this shorter, this will go up, and so is this. So I will be explaining step by step how to change that if you want it like the one I'm making, or if you want it like this one that I have here in front of me. It's up to you, the one that you want to make. But they're gonna be exactly the same, just this a little bit shorter. It will be here. This will be in this little loop in here. So okay, let's start making this beautiful crochet summer blouse. Now I'm gonna show you the yarn that I use for this top that I already made, and the one I'm gonna use for the one I'm gonna show you how to make. The color, they are exactly the same, just the color are different. This one is wild berry and this one is natural. They are both Peyton Grace, and well, this one is wild berry, and they are light 3, and they are 100% mercerized cotton. And the color I'm gonna use is this one. Is exactly the same. They're both like a little cord, and they're the same, just the color different. If you're gonna make this top the same size that I made, this is what was left of my 3rd ball of yarn, so you're gonna need 3. But if you make a little bit smaller, maybe you just need 2 of them. I'm not 100% sure. If you don't can find Peyton Grace, and you can find Red Heart Luster Sheen, you can use this one too. It's like a little cord, but this one is acrylic, 100% acrylic, and this 100% cotton. This one is fine too, but they're pretty much the same, almost the same thickness for both of them. Just a little, this one a little thinner, but they will do. And you can use any of these two. I don't recommend to use regular yarn, because if you use regular yarn and then the blouse don't gonna have that nice summer look to it. It will be a little bulkier and thick. You're gonna need tapestry needle. The crochet hook that I use for this one and I'm gonna use for the next one is this one, 3.5 millimeter or E4 US. You're gonna need 4 safety pin or markers, or just 4 little pieces of yarn to mark some corners. That way you know where to do the some stitches. But you need 4. You're gonna need scissors, and I think that's it. That's the only thing you're gonna need to make this top. Remember, you're gonna need 3 ball of yarn. We're gonna start with a slip knot, and we're gonna chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We're gonna do a slip stitch in the first chain, and we're gonna form a circle. Now we're gonna chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 3 of these chain are a double crochet and 2 chain of separation. Now we're going to do a double crochet, chain 2, a double crochet, chain 2, a double crochet. Like that, we're going to continue chain 2 and a double crochet until we have a double crochet in the circle. And we're going to do a slip stitch, chain 2, and a slip stitch in the third chain here on the top. And that's row number 1. I cut a little piece of yarn that I have extra here in the circle from the tail, and I did my chain 2 for the separation, and I'm gonna do a slip stitch in the third chain, 1, 2, and in the third chain my slip stitch. And like that we finish row number 1. For row number 2, we're gonna do a slip stitch in the center here in between these 2 double crochet. We're gonna do a slip stitch and we're gonna chain 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and those 4 chains count as the first treble crochet. Now we're gonna do 2 more treble crochet in this space, and to do the treble crochet you're gonna wrap your yarn on your hook twice, and then you're gonna pass your yarn through that space and you pass it for those two, and these 2, and that's a treble crochet. You wrap your yarn on your hook twice and do exactly the same thing. 1, 2, and 3. Now you're gonna chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And now you're gonna do exactly the same that you did here, 3 treble crochet in the next space in between these 2 double crochet. 1, 2, 3. Wrap yarn twice, and there, twice, and the third treble. Now we're going to chain 2, 1, 2, and we're going to do again 3 treble crochet in the next space. Two, and 3. Now we're going to chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and we're going to continue doing this treble crochet. In one space is 5 chain, and then the next one is 2 chain, like that. All the way around you're going to do this, and you're going to end here with 2 chain and do a slip stitch in the first chain in here at the first row. So you're going to continue doing that all the way around. We're going to finish this row with a slip stitch in the 4th chain. We're going to chain 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and we're going to do a treble crochet in the next space, chain space. We're on top of the next treble. Now we're going to do another treble crochet in that same space that we did the last one, but we don't going to finish that treble. We're going to have 2 loops on a hook. Now we're going to do another treble in the next space, and we're going to close passing the yarn through those 3 loops. We're going to chain 3, 1, 2, and 3, and we're going to do a treble crochet inside this chain 5 space. We're going to chain 3, 1, 2, and 3, and we're going to do another treble crochet in that same space. We're going to chain 3, 1, 2, and 3. Now we're going to do a treble crochet in the next, on top of the next treble. But we don't going to close it, we leave it open like that. We have 2 loops on our hook. We're going to do another treble in the next space, and we're going to pass our yarn through these 3 loops. Now we're going to do another treble crochet in that same space that we did the last one, and another treble crochet in the next space or on top of the next treble, like that. Now we're going to chain 1, and we're going to do a treble in the top of the next treble. Again, we don't gonna close that one. We're gonna leave it open with 2 loops on our hook. We're gonna do another treble in the next space, and we're gonna close this one, passing the yarn through these 3 loops. Now we're going to do another treble in the same space that we did the last one, and another treble in the next space on top of the next treble crochet. Now we're going to chain 3, 1, 2, and 3, and we're going to do a treble crochet inside the space of the 5 chain. We're going to chain 3. We're going to do another treble in the same place, chain 3, and we're going to start all over again doing what we did here. On top of this petal, these are the flower petals, so you're going to do a treble crochet. You don't going to finish, and then you're going to do another treble crochet in the next space, and you're going to close those 3 loops. And then you do 2 more treble, one in the same space that you did the last one and one in the other one. We're going to have 4 treble on top of these 3 that you have from the row before. And now that you're going to do row number 3, and you're going to finish it with 1 chain and a slip stitch in the top of the 4th chain here in the top. I did chain 1 here and a slip stitch in the 1st chain to close the row number 3, and if you go here in the space between the 2 treble crochet in those chain 3 and you do this, you will have the square. You see the square already. Now we need 1 more row to finish the top of the flower. Remember, you have to do 2 of these, 1 for the front and 1 for the back. When you finish the next row, you're going to cut your yarn and lose that tail and start again the video where I start doing the square and do another one. And after that, we have the 2 squares. We're going to start doing the strap of the top. That is what is next, this part. This is all one piece. This is all on one piece. Okay, so let's finish this one. We're going to chain 4, and we're going to do a treble crochet in the next space, and we don't want to finish. We have 2 loops. Go to the next one, and you're going to close those 3 loops. Now we're going to chain 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And you're gonna do 4 treble crochet, but you're gonna separate them with 1 chain. 1 treble crochet, chain 1, 2 treble crochet, chain 1, 3 treble, chain 1, and my 4th treble. Now we're gonna chain 5. We're working on the first corner, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and we're going to repeat these 4 treble crochet, separate them with a chain 1. My first treble, chain 1, my second treble, chain 1, my third, chain 1, and my 4th. Now we're going to chain 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Now we're going to work on top of the petals of the flower to close the top. We're going to do 1 treble crochet, and we're going to leave it open like that. We have 2 loops. Go to the next one. We have 3 loops. Go to the next one. We have 4 loops. Now we're going to cross to the next space, not to the chain in between, but to the top of that treble there. I'm going to do another one. We have 5 loops. Go to the next one. We have 6. And go to the last one. We'll have 7 loops. Now we're going to close those 7. And we're going to chain 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Just like that. We close the top of the petal. And this is the first corner. Now we're gonna go to the next corner, and we're gonna do exactly what we did in this one here. We're gonna chain, we're gonna do 4 treble crochet with 1 chain in between, 1, and then we do chain 5, repeat again those 4 treble with a chain in between, and then we do exactly the same here that we did in this one. We're gonna do all these treble close in the top as one. So I'll meet you here at the end that I'm gonna show you how to close the last top of the flower. Now I'm gonna finish the top of the last petal, and we're gonna do our 3 treble crochet, leaving the loops open. Now we're gonna close this treble crochet, and now we're gonna do a slip stitch in the top at that first chain that we did to close these 3 together. We're gonna do slip stitch, and you will end like that, you see. And now you're gonna chain 1, cut your yarn and lose your tail, and like that you're gonna do 2 of these square, 1 for the front and 1 for the back. And I'm gonna show you how to look. Just like that. And you need 2 of those because that is the front for the top and the back. Just like that. That one is exactly the same. So when I finish my next one, I will show you how to continue with the top. Well, we finished video number 1, where I show you how to make the 2 granny square, and now go to video number 2, where I'm gonna show you how to make the straps.